Just a couple days ago, it was announced that Microsoft had bought Activision Blizzard for just under $70 billion, and the Call of Duty fanbase is wondering what is going to happen to the franchise now that Activision has its new owner. And there has been a couple of different types of information floating out there on the internet, including in some news articles, and some of this information talks about the annual release schedule for the Call of Duty games. Listen to what this has to say. High-level employees at Activision have discussed moving away from the annual release schedule, according to two people familiar with the discussions. Although nothing has been finalized yet, there's a belief among many Call of Duty developers that releasing games at a slower cadence will please players and help bolster the franchise, particularly after the weak launch of last year's Call of Duty Vanguard, which saw a 36% decline from 2020's entry in UK sale charts. The shift may not happen until next year or later, as this year's Call of Duty is expected to redeem the franchise fortunes. Slowing down the Call of Duty release schedule may lighten developers' intense workloads and could provide new opportunities for Activision's game makers to work on other titles. The Blizzard division could also benefit culturally and strategically from the acquisition. That is what pretty much everybody has been saying the past few years, is that Call of Duty just needs a break because it seems like the developers are just taking way too much time working on these projects, especially for zombies, and it's just either being in really bad quality because of gameplay wise or because of all the bugs and issues currently within their games. Vanguard is a great example because it came out in a really buggy and glitchy state, and of course with Vanguard Zombies there was just like no content in it whatsoever to make it replayable after the first time you play it. And so I feel really bad that Treyarch has been rushed when it comes to their Call of Duty titles, including their zombie mode, and it's just been really showing recently. And what I just read to you is a great example of this. And you know, even though that Call of Duty Vanguard had like a decrease in sales in the UK last year for 2021, I do want to say that Vanguard was actually the best selling game of 2021, even though it had a reduction in sales. And the second best selling game of 2021 was Black Ops Cold War. Those were two Call of Duty games right there at the top two, which is insane to think about, because even though for us as especially hardcore Call of Duty fanboys, you know, it's pretty clear to us that, you know, there's problems within the game, but you know, the vast majority of people who play Call of Duty are just casual players and really are people who probably aren't even listening in on this conversation and watching this video right now. And so people still like to buy Call of Duty, so they're still getting that top spot every year as the best selling game, even though their games have been getting worse over time. With that being said, you have to remember that we're talking about the annual release schedule here for Call of Duty games, and if they were to stop doing that, then essentially there's a pretty good chance they're not going to get the best-selling game year after year after year. And so it's really interesting to see how, you know, they are talking about this annual release schedule and how they're going to try and get rid of it for the future of the Call of Duty franchise. And if this is true, it shows that they are trying to actually create their products with better quality than they're currently at, which I am definitely not arguing for. But it would be interesting if they do decide eventually in the end with this discussion that they are just going to keep going with the annual release schedule just because they are still making a buttload of money off of it every single year. Even though we look at this discussion as a good thing because it shows that they're actually talking about getting rid of the annual release schedule, well, we also have to look at it from the other direction. We have to look at it why this could potentially be a bad thing. And so what could be bad about this, if they actually do go through with this discussion and they actually do finalize that they're going to stop releasing Call of Duty games annually, then that could potentially mean that when we wait 3 or so years to play the next Call of Duty title, it may end up sucking. You know, look at the Battlefield franchise. That is a great example. Battlefield 5 received a lot of hate when it came out. Now, obviously, Battlefield players have come to love Battlefield 5 now that all of the things in the game have been improved and fixed and what have you, but it's also been a few years since the next Battlefield game came out, and so of course now Battlefield 2042 is out, and everybody, even Call of Duty players, were excited to play that game, and obviously it flopped. You know, it did not live up to our expectations like we thought thought so. And you have to remember some of the biggest problems within Battlefield 2042 is that it's also in a huge buggy mess, just like Vanguard was. So it's not just the Call of Duty scene that is like having a hard time creating newer titles and making sure they're really polished like they should be. A lot of other game developers out there are dealing with the same thing. So it's a very good chance that perhaps it's nothing to do with the annual release schedule, you know, because I mean, I'm sure the Battlefield 2042 game, I mean, heck, they even delayed the launch day for Battlefield 2042 to work on it some more. So I don't know, you guys, it's a really weird situation. Of course, we don't know exactly what's going on in the workplace for Activision, the Call of Duty scene. Of course, we all know about the whole lawsuit going on with them and Bobby Kotick, and thank goodness it looks like he's going to be gone by this like 2 Junes from now or whatever. But either way, I am thinking that this is a good thing. Like, I am on the side that I think that stopping the annual release schedule for Call of Duty could be a great solution for them. And a matter of fact, I have said this, I feel like a lot of times already here on the channel, but it is definitely worth saying again here in this video. My suggestion is for the next 7 years or so, don't do this indefinitely because they won't really work out in my opinion, but for about maybe like 7 years, 5 to 7 years, make it where every other year we get ourselves a new Call of Duty title, but in between those years, give us remasters of old Call of Duty titles. I mean, I know we've been waiting for Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer remaster to come out. We've been waiting for World at War remaster to come out. Black Ops 2 especially, having all those games remastered and basically to try and relive the glory days, you know, of those titles. You know, it would be awesome to play a remastered version of the older Call of Duty games. And I think every other year we'll get a new title, and then the next year it will be a remaster of an old COD game, or give us something similar to Master Chief Collection. Just have like all the Black Ops games remastered in one application, have all the Modern Warfare games remastered in one application. That would actually be really sick. I did kind of play devil's advocate a little bit in this video, but it is something that I think needs to be brought up, and I think people need to understand that not everything what we want may be as what it seems, you know. Sometimes I feel like as Call of Duty fans, we come up with suggestions, and when they finally get put into Call of Duty, then we have something else to complain about. Same with supply jobs. We always complain about supply jobs, and then all of a sudden people have this discussion that they were better than the current microtransaction system we have now. So a lot of times we see things that we want, but in the end they end up kind of backfiring on us later because of some other factors. And so it's just something that I just think needs to be brought up here at the end of this video. Either way, I am excited about this acquisition that Microsoft received. I really hope they can turn the Call of Duty scene around and have more focus on quality rather than quantity. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like if you did, and of course subscribe to the channel for videos every single day. And of course, don't forget to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with me outside of YouTube. And of course, don't forget to check out my podcast that I upload every Friday here on the channel. And of course, it's available on Spotify as well. Just check the link in the description, and I shall catch you guys later.